good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work.
It's Wednesday workout. Good evening, everybody. Group B for me and Tiago. Yoko and Julia Foster and Lee Betts and Tina are in Group C. Amy Green is in Group D this evening. I don't think we've got anybody braving Group A, because Group A would be absolute craziness in this heat. It is very, very hot. 30 degrees inside shed quarters. We've got the fan on full. I've had the doors open all day to try and make sure it gets a little bit cooler, but there's not really much hope of that. Hello Anthony Anderson, hello Tiago, hello Lee, hello Tina, hello Amy, all in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube on the Zwift Run channel, then do say hello. So, big news today. Very big news. London Marathon ballot results are out. And guess who's running the London Marathon? Not me. Jeff Partridge. Jeff Partridge, after 10 years of applying again. I mean, he's done it before. But Jeff Partridge is running the London Marathon. Who would have thought it? What an embarrassing come down from the spine in January. The glory days of 268 miles on the Pennine Way, finishing the spine, and now he's got to go and run the London Marathon. I mean, it's just awful. And the thing about this is, the problem we have here is that we've spent years trying to ignore Jeff going on about how amazing the spine is. Now, we've got a year of Jeff going on about training for the London Marathon. Oh, can we cope? Can any of us cope? Sarah Jacobson got a big no for the London Marathon. Sarah Jacobson also says, is the big news the time it takes you to do the mini crossword in New York Times? No. Right, so me and Sarah Jacobson occasionally do the mini crossword in the New York Times on NewYorkTimes.com, and it usually takes me about 2 or 3 minutes to do the crossword. It takes Sarah Jacobson about 40 seconds. It's not funny. I'm not impressed. She's not winning any friends. Yeah, Tiago was thinking about doing Group A, but not today. Right, Tina says, where is Victoria? Very good question. Tina, Victoria was supposed to do the Wednesday workout this evening. She signed up. We agreed she was going to do it. Then she comes home from work carrying a massive bag, inside of which is a SUP board, a stand-up paddleboard. Immediately, the kids go absolutely crazy and want to go out on it right now. I said no. I said, Mummy and Daddy are doing a treadmill run. We will go out on it as a family tomorrow. We are not doing it tonight. Ellis throws a fit. Why can't we go out on it tonight? Mummy doesn't have to do Wednesday workout. So, yes, Tina, you've been stood up by Victoria because she has relented to the requests of my son to go out on our brand new stand-up paddleboard. Hi, Darren. Jeff says you need another 3 boards. Well, we need another one. We're going to get another one, but not yet. Bloody kids. I know. Anthony said, yeah, 1 word from you and they do what the heck they want. I know, I've got no control. Literally no control. Do you remember the days when the man used to be the head of the household? Do you remember those days? Jeff remembers those days. And what the man said went. Man's word was law. Do you remember? Oh, happy days. Happy times. Sarah remembers. Sarah Jacobson remembers those days. Happy days. And now, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Completely ignored. Do what the heck they like, whenever they like. It's just not on, is it? All right, Jeff. Now he says you'll need a proper van to carry them all. Look. Just because you've got a shower and a toilet in your van, and you're doing the London Marathon, and you've finished the Spine, and you've got a faster 100-mile rate time than me. I mean, way to put a man down. Libet says, well done, Jeff. My daughter has also got a place. Oh, well done to Libet's daughter. Fantastic. Yeah, so incredibly oversubscribed, London Marathon. So well done to you if you got a place. Fantastic. Darren, yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. Oh, hang on a minute, I've got to speed up now. Strides time. So hot in here. These trainers that I'm using, these Hokas, are absolutely amazing. They're so soft. These ones. So these are the Hoka Skyward X carbon plated shoes. I wore them for the whole of the South Downs Way 100. And they are just ridiculously cushioned. Now, interestingly, they are carbon-plated road shoes, but I wouldn't wear them in a race, like a marathon race. Well, I would if I was just doing a comfortable marathon race. But if I was going for a time, I wouldn't wear them. So they're not going to beat the Vaporflies. They're not going to beat my Saucony Endorphin Elites, because they are light. These are a bit heavier. They feel a bit heavier on the foot, but they are super cushioned. Yeah, replacing the Bondi X, that's it, yes. I mean, they're lovely. They're a very comfy shoe, but they're not. I wouldn't say that they're a marathon racing shoe. Just a bit heavy for that, and a bit chunky for that, I think. Yeah, a daily trainer with a carbon fibre plate, exactly. Yes. Amy says, I'm very disappointed if you couldn't tell, but I can't do anything about... Oh, hang on a minute. What are we saying here? Is Amy disappointed that she hasn't got in the London Marathon? Is that what we're looking at? It will always be a no. Oh, yeah, Amy. Listen, Jeff Partridge has had 12 rejections in a row, he says. So, one day, Amy, one day it'll happen. Okay, here we go again. Another stride. Okay, so that's the second stride done. So we've got now 7 sets. Oh, I said sets, didn't I? All right, 7 sets of 600 by 400. If you've done Workout Wednesday before, you'll all know this. We do 600 meters, technically supposed to be just above threshold, and then 400 meters just below threshold. Because it's so hot, Tiago and me are going slightly slower than we would normally go. Anthony says, the worst piece of running advice ever for Stephen, never wear a pair of new shoes for a race. Absolutely. Do you know what I have worn? Although I'd never worn a pair of road shoes for a trail race before, I have worn brand new shoes for a race plenty of times. And these days, most shoes, they don't really need breaking in. If you know the make and the model, if you're comfortable with the make and the model, you know your correct size and you know they work for you, then running in a brand new pair of shoes is generally okay. I must admit, I did take a bit of a risk with these shoes, but I thought the risk was worth taking with the cushioning that they offer so that my injury wouldn't flare up. By the way, if you haven't watched my South Downs Way video yet, go and do that tonight or tomorrow or whenever you can. Much appreciated. The story of my South Downs Way 100 race that I did a couple of weeks ago. Amy has had 8 rejections for the London Marathon so far. She's not holding out much hope. Every year more and more people enter. I know, Amy. But like Anthony says, you're not missing much by not getting in. It's not, it's not like... It's good, it's great, it's a great race, but there are, like Tina says, plenty of other races to do, and you shouldn't feel like it's the be-all and end-all of marathon racing, because it isn't. Why not try and enter Berlin or Paris, both of which have huge crowds, a great atmosphere, and are much easier to get in. Jeff says, don't try to enter Western States, Amy. Yeah, but the thing about Western States is, at least if you collect the tickets, your chances improve every year. Whereas with the London Marathon, your chances get worse every year. Western States. Western States 100, the oldest 100-mile race in the world, happening this weekend. With Jim Walmsley going for another win. So me and Tiago are off on our first 600 metres. Good luck, everyone, in Group C and Group D. Jeff, what is the oldest ultra? Do you know? Does anyone know what the oldest ultra is? That must be quite a difficult thing to define. You're not going to say comrades, are you? Yes, you are. Okay, I guess so. Yeah, our friend Herbert Cravell will be at Western States. And Tina Beard's favourite, everyone's favourite, Sally McRae will be there as well. And a backyard ultra friend of mine, John Stocker, will be there. Right, end of our first 600 rep. Jeff Partridge just jumping in there before I said anything. He says, Comrades is the oldest ultra, it's over 100 years old, and no, I didn't do the first one. Neil Messenger didn't get into the London Marathon ballot. He is going to do Brighton again, though. Okay, so, yeah, we have a few things to think about for next year. We could do Brighton Marathon as a Zwift Meet Up again, and we could all come here again like we did this year. That was lots of fun. If everyone enjoyed it, we could do that again. The other thing we're thinking of doing is having a meet-up at the Backyard Ultra in Suffolk. We've already got Amy and Jonathan Perkin signed up, and of course Victoria and I will be there in our working capacity. So that's 4 of us. So if anybody else wants to do the Suffolk Backyard Ultra, I mean, you could only come and do 1 lap if you want, which is 4 miles. Or you could do as many laps as you like. And it could be a nice social Saturday or full weekend if you stay overnight. That's quite close to Paul Deering, Debbie Colville, Jonathan Cost, Harold. I'm hoping they might decide to come and do it. Okay, off we go again. I'm talking too much, aren't I? I'll just shut up and we'll get on with it. 3 kilometres done. Paul Hayward says, hi, very well done for the running Wednesday workout in this heat. Does that mean you've bottled it, Paul? Are you are you sitting with a glass of wine in the shade? Yeah, sweating like a pig here. Really hot. Heart rate 148. Tiago's heart rate is 144. Well done, Tiago. Jeff says, I've got a nice bottle of cold beer after the run commute today. Tina's heart rate, 136. Paul Hayward says, I felt weird today, so I thought I would give it a miss. Paul, I've felt weird for the last 40 years, so I wouldn't worry about it. Amy Green says she didn't look at her heart rate. Okay, coming to the end. Group B, number 2. I'm not sure, Neil. It might be. Yeah, it's best to look it up on the website. I can't say off the top of my head. Neil says, is it £100 to sign up for the Suffolk Backyard Ultra? It wouldn't surprise me if that's how much it is. I'm not sure, though. Jeff says that's an expensive 4-miler. £25 a mile? You come for the social though, don't you? If you're only going to do one lap, you just come for the crack, for the fun of it, because we'll have a great time. I know Tina is very keen to sign up because she loves camping so much. Right, I've got to just jump off and get something that's fallen off. Hang on. I know you love camping, Tina. Okay, so Amy, who has signed up for this race a number of times, says yes, she thinks it is £100, Neil. But Lindley, apparently Lindley, the race director, Jeff says, is offering a good staged payment plan. So you can do that if you want. Okay, here we go. Four kilometres done, heart rate 152. Just trying to maximise the amount of air coming off that fan. We are in the volcano, so it's even hotter now. Just watch your footing as you come through the volcano. Don't want anyone slipping into that lava. That is a hospital bill you do not want. Tina says, geez, I'm hot. Yeah, it is hot. Really, really warm here. Been a beautiful day. But it's one of those days where it's been so hot you can't really sit in the sun for very long. Very nice. Not only did Tina go to the beach today, but also the woods. So some shade in the woods and some sand at the beach. But Amy was sunbathing all morning. Impressive stuff, Amy. I was in and out. I think I couldn't stand it for very long, so I had to go back in and then come out again a bit later. Okay, so that's 3 done. 4 to go. How far is super long? Question mark. I can't run that far. Okay, we're halfway through in Group B. 5k done, 5k to go, and we're up again for number 4 now. Tiago. Tiago and me sticking together. Heart rate 144. Let's split the difference and we will run 10k. Anyone keeping an eye on the football score? I know Tina probably is, and Sarah Jacobson probably is as well. You let me know what the football score is, please. Have Belgium scored? Is the question mark. What? You don't like camping and you don't like football, Tina? Come on. Right, Paul Hayward says it's 0-0. And actually, the match must be finished. Yeah, Sarah Jacobson is totally keeping up with the score. It's 0-0 between Belgium and Ukraine. Oh, right, hang on a minute. It's finished. It's finished 0-0, which means the Ukraine have been knocked out of the competition. Heart rate 157. And that is 4 sets done with 3 to go. So, Paul, what was the Slovakia match? What was that score? Thank you, Tiago. So 1-1 between Romania and Slovakia. Okay. So that means every team finished on 4 points in that group, which is incredible. All the teams finished on 4 points. And it's unlucky for Ukraine to be the ones to be knocked out. Probably on goals conceded or something like that. Head-to-head and goals conceded or something. Belgium finished in second place, which means they have to play France on Monday. Oh my God. Poor old Belgium. So Belgium are out because France are going to win that, aren't they, surely? Although you never know. You never know. Right, thank you very much for the football update, everybody. Let's carry on getting this run done as we start number 5 now. Sarah, it's like the World Cup, but for Europe. So each continent has its own kind of mini World Cup. Or so this is called the European Championships. In America, you've got Copa America, which is North and South American teams all together, and Central America all together. $6K done. So it alternates every 4 years. So in 2 years from now will be the World Cup, and then in 4 years from now will be the next European Championships, and it carries on every 2 years. And the African, in Africa they have the African Cup of Nations, which was in January, I think. And actually, the Copa America is happening now as well. Just keeping the Americans up to date with what's going on in the world. Marcus would know all about this, Sarah. Come on. This is world news. Jeff says, superb soccer ball knowledge from a Welshman. I know, who'd have thought it? Anthony says, I used to watch football, but it just bores me to tears now. Well, I tell you what, Anthony, nothing has changed. England have been an absolute bore fest for 3 games. Really, really rubbish. Okay, just coming up to the end of number 5. Does Jeff need a passport to get from Wales to England? That's the question. Jeff says, I still don't get why people watch it. It's like watching gloss dry. It will get more interesting now that we get to the knockout stages. It's very exciting when you get to the knockouts. Although, yeah, I mean, you can still have boring games, but, you know, the last half an hour is usually exciting when we get to penalties and England get knocked out. I see that Tiago has settled into my idea of running at 12 kph rather than 12.2. Only crazy people would run at 12.2. My OCD will not allow it. Most of the time. I do break the rules sometimes. So we'll be doing the next two at 13.5 and 12.6, but I'll probably do 12.5. Okay, here we go. Last two coming up now, a bit quicker. Who in their right mind would choose to run on a treadmill in this weather? Question mark. Anthony, you'll have to fill me in. Cycling is an easier sit-down sport. Runners and cyclists get on so well. Cool stuff. That's why triathletes are weird. That's why triathletes are weird. Hello, Debbie. Oh dear. Debbie says, I'm not sure what's more painful, watching the football or looking at Deering with his kidney stones. Would you believe me if I said... Go on, Debbie. Oh, okay. Leah Thomas is a swimmer, trans swimmer. Okay, interesting. I thought they did have rules about that in swimming. Only certain runners like stones, Paul. Right, 40 minutes gone, heart rate 159, and we're about to start the final rep. So here we go, 13 and a half. Good luck, everybody. Legs are feeling pretty good in my extra bouncy shoes. Be careful, Paul Hayward. Jeff Partridge doesn't live that far away from you. He might be able to throw a stone in your direction. The thing is, Sarah, I guess I could, but in this heat, it's just not pleasant at all. I mean, call me lazy. I just didn't want to work that hard in the heat. Tiago agrees with me, very, very hot. Jeff Partridge just says, you're lazy. Well, I did ask him to call me lazy, so I suppose I was asking for it. Yes, Paul's exactly right. British heat is very, very hot, Sarah. You just wouldn't understand. Tina is into the cool down. She says she enjoyed it, but glad it's over. And I think we all wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. The thing is, Sarah, none of us are getting any younger. And I am... You know, when you see things like, oh, you wouldn't have seen it, but there's a very famous celebrity doctor who died recently because he went walking in extremely hot conditions over in Crete, I think it was. And he went walking and he had what we assume is a heart attack and died out on the walk and wasn't found for days. And I'm sure when he started out on that walk, he didn't think he was going to have a heart attack and never see his wife again. I'm sorry to bring everybody down, but in all seriousness, I do think about that sometimes. And, you know, tonight, I guess, I just felt like it would be too much hard work in this heat to do that. Anthony says it was an island called Symi, one of the Greek islands. $109 XP for that section, and we are slowing down into cool down mode. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, so yeah, you know, and the other thing is we see runners. I mean, I've known more than my fair share now of runners who've had heart attacks or collapsed while running. So, yeah. Okay, we're into cool down now. Fox has just walked past the window on the wall. Sarah, yeah, talking about air conditioning. It is weird, isn't it, that we in the UK, we kind of accept really cold conditions and having to put our heating on and spending loads of money on heating, or really boiling hot conditions and having all the windows open and sweating like pigs. Whereas in the US, of course, every year, I assume 90% of households have air conditioning. It's just not a thing in the UK to have air conditioning. It is weird, isn't it? Tina goes to Waitrose for the air conditioning. Yeah, because you go to Waitrose, Tina. They don't have air conditioning in Lidl, do they? Well, maybe they do, I don't know. Yeah, Paul says our houses are built to keep the heat in. Tina doesn't buy anything when she goes to Waitrose. She just goes for the free coffee with her Waitrose card. Lee Bett says, wow, that was hard, but I loved it. Workout Wednesday is my favourite session. Well done, everyone. Well, that is fantastic coming from you, Lee. Brilliant. Thank you so much for saying that. Makes me inspired by your words. Because I'm so often moaning about how hot it is, or I'm too tired, I can't be bothered, I'm lazy. And there you are. Wednesday workout was hard, but it's my favourite session. And we have to all remember that. Amazing. Brilliant. Thank you, Lee. Kick up the backside for me, that was. Anthony says, good effort by all, well done. Tina, nicely done, Lee. Actually, you can't use your Waitrose card for a free coffee anymore, can you? You do have to buy something, I think. Not that I go to Waitrose. I don't go to Waitrose. I do all my shopping in Aldi and Lidl. I promise. Tiago, thanks for sticking with me. Appreciate it. You've never had your free coffee at Waitrose, Tina? Come on. Those were the golden years. Back in 2017, 2016, when they brought the free coffees in, you used to take your card into Waitrose and get a free coffee. And then they realised that every man and woman and child was getting a Waitrose card to have a free coffee. So eventually they said that you have to buy something in order to get your free coffee. Amy says, well done, everyone. Paul Hayward's suggesting that Jeff goes to the Co-op to get himself a beer. Of course, Jeff Partridge is way ahead of Paul and has planned ahead. Anthony says that's when Waitrose was posh, going downhill now. Ah, well, there you go, you see. It was when I stopped going that it went downhill, clearly. Tiago says, well done, gang. We are done here. Wednesday workout completed for another week. We'll be back to do it all again next week. Let's see if it's any cooler. And we might consider Group A. Not promising anything. Average heart rate 146, max heart rate 165, right at the end of the final set. Well done, everybody. Fantastic work. Really good. I mean, you know, in this heat, as they say, in this weather, to do that workout is not easy, and you've all done really well. Victoria says, apologies, I've missed tonight's run. Victoria, would you like to explain? I mean, I have already explained, but in your own words, explain why you haven't been here tonight. Paul says, well done, Amy. Tiago says, well done. Tina says, brilliant session, guys. See you again soon. Amy says, I need to lie down now. Victoria says, well done all. Jeff says, well done all, even cousins. Cheers, Jeff. And listen, well done on getting into the London Marathon. It is hilarious that both you and Mike Churchyard have got in to the London Marathon. Brilliant. I'm actually quite kind of excited for you both. Are you going to run it together? That'd be nice. Right. Sarah says, Victoria, you have nothing to apologise for. Don't start siding with Victoria. What do you mean you've been watching an RNLI lifeboat? No, you haven't. You've been in the sea on a paddleboard is what you've been, enjoying yourself instead of working hard here like you're supposed to be. You've let all these people down. All these people were waiting for you, Victoria, to come and run with them. And you know, I'm disappointed. I'm really, you know, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Ah, dear. Right. Okay. Sarah says, sounds like a lovely way to spend an evening. Yeah, I know. Absolutely ideal. Oh, a helicopter moment. Okay. Wow, exciting. So there must have been a lifeboat rescue in the sea. It wasn't our kids. They weren't rescuing our kids, were they? I mean, you had one job, Victoria. Look after the kids on the paddleboard. And we've had a lifeboat and a helicopter out. What the heck? Unbelievable. They were probably, the reason they were looking at you, Victoria, is because they were probably worried that there was a 12-year-old on a sup board 200 metres out to sea. Right, I'm going to go. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Well done if you ran. That's hard work tonight in that weather. Take care, and we'll see you. So tomorrow is Thursday, so tomorrow is the Film My Run 500 in the morning, and then we've got Bag That Badge in the evening. Ah, it was a false alarm for the people next to us. Okay, interesting. I shall talk to you about that more momentarily. Take care, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for either the Film My Run 500 or Bag That Badge in the evening. And if we don't see you for those, we'll see you on Friday for the ZLDR Recovery Hour. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Thanks for joining as well. Appreciate all the chat in the live stream chat there. Take care. See you. Bye.